Hey guys, welcome back to the BuzWeaver channel. This very late evening or early morning, I wanted to cover this story as a top story because what we're witnessing now is what we have talked about here for many years. Alvin Bragg has 34 indictments that aren't indictments, and we're going to read about them here in just a moment. So the question I'm asking you down in the comments, what are the Democrats doing to ensure their victory in 2024? If they think Trump can't win, why are they pursuing him? Where are their solutions? Where are their goals? Where are their promises? Where are the things that are going to provide people in our country and improve our country? If they had something tangible, if they had something solid, if they had something productive to help our country, don't you think they would just be talking about it and then not even concerned about Trump for 2024? I say they have nothing to offer the American people, and so now all they can do is go after their political opponents. They have crossed the Rubicon. They have disgraced our country. They have disgraced themselves. They are despicable, deplorable, evil people, and we're going to read about that right now.
All right, guys, so we start things off from the National Review. As I mentioned in the intro, Bragg's indictment even fails as an indictment. Not surprising. What a disgrace. Perfectly worded. It's always possible to be surprised. The indictment brought by Manhattan's elect Democrat District Attorney Alvin Bragg against Donald Trump is even worse than I imagined. Bragg's indictment fails to state a crime, not once, but 34 times. On that ground alone, the case should be dismissed. Before one ever gets to the facts that the statute of limitations has lapsed and that Bragg has no jurisdiction to enforce federal law, if that's what he's trying to do, which remains murky. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I am but a humble, simple YouTube content creator that is currently demonetized because I talk about these topics, I talk about these issues. I always thought that as a small channel I would not be affected, but clearly I am. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in a time right now where goalposts are being moved, rules are selectively enforced, and our law institutions and agencies are being weaponized and used at the convenience and the behest of Democrats. They have shamed our country. They have shamed themselves. They have made a mockery of our institutions. They have made a mockery of our Constitution. They have made a mockery of our due process. And this continues. It is my hope that as you listen to my voice and share this message, as I have been talking about here on this channel for 5 years, the Democrats have nothing to offer you. They pretend to have solutions. They pretend to have goals. They pretend to represent marginalized people, minorities, whomever. They don't. What they want are your votes. That's what they want. If they had something to offer people, they would simply move with that information and win in 2024 because they have all these spectacular things that they're going to bring to our country. And what do they have? Nothing. Bragg's indictment charges 34 counts, just as we said it would, just as we said here on the BuzWeaver channel, based on media reporting that clearly came from illegal leaks of grand jury information, a crime. You can be sure that goes in the overflowing bucket of serious offenses that Bragg refuses to prosecute. Ladies and gentlemen, as simply as I can put it, the Democrats are terrified of Donald Trump because he is an outsider. He is not part of the machine. He is not part of the establishment uniparty. When they sat him down as president, they said, "Mr. President, here's how things are done." And he said, "F y'all, no, I'm not doing it that way. I'm going to help the country." And they lost their minds. Then 2 years later, for 2 years, we saw them perpetuate a fabricated Russian collusion story. They're not been held accountable for that. They've not been held accountable for censoring Hunter Biden's laptop. They've not been held accountable, or I should say Andrew Cuomo has not been held accountable for his actions. The Democrats are despicable, disgusting, evil people who get away with everything because they are not held accountable. The Republicans fail miserably at holding Democrats accountable. That's why Democrats do that also. It's despicable. The 34 counts are arrived at by attack. Okay, The 34 counts are arrived at by taking what is a single course of conduct and absurdly slicing it into parts, each one of which is charged as a separate felony carrying its own potential 4-year prison terms. Ladies and gentlemen, I worked in law for 5 years. I am not an attorney. I am not a paralegal. But I worked in the system long enough to see how it works, the way it works, how it's implemented, how it's enforced, what the spirit of the law is, and what the letter of the law is. And this is a disgrace to anyone who has half a knowledge of how law works in our country. This is despicable. This is disgusting. Imagine whatever business and industry and company that you work in, and I walk in and I say, no, what you're doing is wrong. This is incorrect. This isn't the way things are done. It's done this way. You would think I was a complete lunatic because I wouldn't know. And what you're seeing here is the Democrats playing to people's ignorance who don't know much about the law. I'm not saying you guys don't know much about the law. I'm just saying they're playing to people's ignorance. Trump reimbursed Michael Cohen in monthly installments during 2017 for the $130,000 paid to Stormy Daniels right before the 2016 election for her silence about an illegal interaction. That in reality, a single transaction, Trump paying back a debt to Cohen. Yet, because Trump paid in installments and each installment includes an invoice from Cohen, a bookkeeping entry by the Trump organization, and a payment to Cohen by check, Bragg not only charges each monthly installment separately, he subdivides the installments into installments, as if the invoice, book entry, and check were independent criminal events. God, people, I cannot stress to you the stupidity of this. It is absolutely stupid. Let me give you an illustration. You go to any school and talk to a teacher, and the teacher says, okay, ladies and gentlemen, today's lesson is 2 plus 2 is 5. And you're going to be like, wait, you just said 2 plus 2 is 5. That's right, 2 plus 2 is 5. That's what they're saying here, essentially. That you are so stupid that you simply need to believe what someone says because they're in a position of authority. It's absolutely unreal. Ladies and gentlemen, I am beside myself. Not only am I absolutely irritated by these situations and circumstances, but the fact that these are used even against me on my own channel, a 10-year YouTube partner. I reached out to them for help and assistance. 24 hours later, I'm demonetized. My best guess, they don't like the content. They don't like the subject of the content. We know this already from the Twitter files. We know that certain individuals are targeted. I thought I was small enough as a channel to be able to go under the radar and bring people this level of information, but it's only a matter of time before it catches up to you, and this is what's happened. So your guys' support is incredibly important right now. Likes, shares, and comments are a valuable tool, as I've always told you guys, to illustrate to YouTube that content like this is appreciated. Now, I'm not saying that everyone should just like inadvertently or so forth, because people are very fatigued about politics. You know, there's just a kind of just this overbearing, overwhelming sense of disinterest because of what the Democrats are doing specifically, and perhaps people can see the absurdity of this behavior because this is ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen. 5 years we have been here talking about this subject, and look how stupid it's gotten. It's absolutely ridiculous. This is the dumbest thing one could even show as a cogent, rational, common sense thinking person. How does no one see the stupidity of this? How does no one see it? It's absolutely ridiculous. They have nothing. The Democrats have disgraced our country by indicting a former president because they have a hatred for the man. They're terrified of him, that he's not going to be part of the system. They deserve to lose. They deserve for their system to be completely dismantled because it is despicable. All right, guys. So that's what I have for you in this segment. It's just absolutely mind-numbingly stupid. It's unbelievable. Appearing there on the screen, that would be the channel icon. You guys can click on that to join the channel, which would be much appreciated, as well as to select notifications so you know when there's content here on the channel. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys in the next video.